Hi guys, today I will be sharing how to make crispy buns with corned beef filling. For the ingredients, we need yeast. This is 1 packet of yeast, which is 7 to 8 grams or 2 and 1/4 teaspoon, 2/3 cup of milk, 60 grams of melted butter. This is 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3.5 cups of bread flour, and 2/3 cup of warm water. So to begin, get 1 tablespoon of sugar, combine it with 2/3 cup of warm water. To this, we're going to add the yeast. And then we're going to mix this and let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, the yeast looks like this. Now we're ready to make the dough. So I'm using my stand mixer, but you can use your hands to knead the dough. So combine the milk, the butter, the yeast mixture, and the sugar. Combine the bread flour and the salt, give it a mix, and then add this to the liquid ingredients. So add the flour in 2 additions, just to check the consistency of the dough. So here I'm adding the rest of the bread flour. If I find my dough sticky, I will add a little bit more flour. And once you get the consistency right, knead the dough for about 8 to 10 minutes until the dough is smooth and elastic, just like this. I have a bowl here with a little bit of vegetable oil. Form the dough into a ball and then roll this into the oil. Cover this with cling wrap and let it rest in a warm spot for about an hour to 1.5 hours or until it doubles in size. So while this is resting and rising, we're going to make the filling. For the filling, we're going to need corned beef, 3 to 5 cloves of garlic, 1 medium-sized onion, 1 medium-sized potato that is cut into small chunks, pepper to taste, a little bit of oil, and salt to taste. So first, what we're going to do is to pre-cook the potato. So fry the potato until it is soft. So once the potato is soft, take it out of the heat, put it into a heat-proof bowl. With a little bit of oil, saute the onions. Once the onions start to sweat, we can add the garlic. So add the garlic here. And then the pre-cooked potatoes. Now we're going to add the corned beef. So just break up the corned beef. Of course, you can use any corned beef that you like. And then finally, we're going to add a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt according to your taste. And this is now ready. Transfer this into a bowl. And wait for this to cool down. So our dough has now doubled in size. We're going to divide the dough 50 grams each. you don't have a kitchen scale, you can just eyeball this. Just make sure not to cut the dough very big, because you'll have problem cooking this if the dough is too big. So now, form the dough into balls. Cover this with cling wrap while we work on putting the filling in each dough. We need the corned beef, panko bread. Panko bread is Japanese breadcrumbs. And then we need eggs. For this recipe, I only use 2 eggs. So first, flatten the dough. Just make sure that you don't flatten the center of the dough too much. And then add 1 tablespoon of corned beef and enclose the corned beef with the dough. To enclose it fully, rub the dough against the work surface. If you find that there is a little bit of hole, pinch it together to enclose it fully. One more time. So I'm trying to make sure that I only thin out the side of the dough. Add 1 tablespoon of corned beef in the center or on the center, and then enclose the filling. Rub the bottom of the dough on your work surface. And then do this to the rest of the dough. Now we're ready to coat the dough with egg and panko bread. So beat 2 eggs using a fork. Now roll the dough into the beaten eggs and then roll this into panko bread. So same procedure until we finish up with all the dough again. So roll first into the eggs and then into the panko bread. Once you finish up with all the dough, cover this with cling wrap, and we're going to let this rest again for about 35 to 45 minutes or until it doubles in size. And this is what it looks like after 45 minutes. We're going to fry this now. So fry each dough until it is golden brown using medium heat. Make sure to control the heat well, because sometimes if the oil gets too hot, the outside is cooked but the inside is not. So you have to control the heat. If you feel like the oil is getting too hot, lower the heat. And this is now ready. We're going to take the buns out of the oil. Let the excess oil drip off. So I have a strainer on the side. So continue cooking the rest of the buns. So continue doing this until you finish up with all the buns. And this is the finished product. This is so good. I can guarantee that you're going to love this. And if you want other fillings inside, you can do as well. And just to show you what it looks like inside when you open up the buns. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you do like and subscribe to my channel. If you have time, you can please follow me on Facebook. I'll see you again next week. Bye!